Hey, what's going on guys, my name's Raf, and welcome back to my Ash Ketchum What If series, discussing events that didn't come to life in the Pokemon anime. Last time we spoke about what if Ash Ketchum actually got the Master Ball in the series. Today's topic is going to be discussing the first shipping video in this What If series, being what if Amourshipping became canon, with Ash Ketchum actually marrying Serena in the Pokemon anime. Don't forget to leave this video a like to show your support, and I'll be sure to bring out my next video shortly. Make sure to subscribe if you aren't ready to keep up to date, and without further ado, let's begin. Right, let me just say one thing. Before any of you lot start to pipe up, I'd appreciate if you actually watch the video first and listen to what I have to say, especially without getting your knickers in a twist. Plus, I'll say this now, the concept of this video is a what if scenario, and the things I'll be discussing are in relation to both characters if they were adults. Cheers. The Pokemon XY anime showcased various moments between Ash and Serena, giving birth to Amourshipping, one of the most popular Pokemon shippings from the Pokemon anime. Why is it so popular, you ask? For the way Serena portrayed her character in the Pokemon anime, and for how Ash and her shared a strong connection during various moments, the elegance of this shipping began to grow on viewers, with them wanting it to become canon. What exactly is shipping? Shipping is a term used to describe the belief that two characters are in a romantic relationship. It is also used to imply that characters may have feelings for one another that could then eventually lead to a relationship as well. Amourshipping is the term used to describe the shipping between Ash and Serena. Amour means love in the French language, and seeing as Pokemon XY follows the region of Kalos, a region based on France, there's the correlation. Let's start off by talking about how both Ash and Serena first met. In episode 7 of the XY series, giving chase at the Rhyhorn race, we see a flashback segment of how Ash and Serena first met one another. Both of them were childhood friends and enrolled at Professor Oak's summer camp. During a day at the camp, Serena ended up getting lost in a forest, and she got startled by a Poliwag. Her reaction led to her falling over and injuring her leg. But this is where our boy Ash appears after trying to search for the Poliwag. He ended up helping Serena by caring for her injury and told her to never give up till it's over. These words left a great impact on Serena, and it was the catalyst that birthed her interest, care, and admiration for Ash across the series. Besides being the episode to showcase how Ash and Serena met, Ash also mentions that it was because of her that he won the Bug Badge and requests her to join the group. Serena is touched by this, feeling overjoyed, and places her hand on her heart. Ash also later remembers that Serena is the girl in the straw hat, and she blushes wanting to return the handkerchief he gave to her. Ash continues to show his appreciation to Serena for teaching him how to handle riding a Rhyhorn, leading to her feeling embarrassed. Serena then proceeds to make cookies and give them to Ash for rewarding his efforts. This episode is one of the early signs of Amourshipping. Let's start by going over more obvious examples of Amourshipping between Ash and Serena in the Pokemon anime. Here are a couple of episodes that I've chosen. Episode 31, The Cave of Trials. As the group takes a picture, Serena edges in closer to Ash and ends up looking at him rather than the camera. Ash makes a comment on how nice they look in the picture, leading to Serena blushing and staring at him admiringly. Episode 37, The Cave of Mirrors. After being separated from Ash, Serena begins to fear that she'll never see him again. After meeting up with her mirror counterpart, Serena then becomes determined to get Ash back and also become stronger. Ash saves Serena by grabbing her hand, and then she bids farewell to her counterpart, smiling and nodding. The final moment in this episode showcases Serena asking Ash if they will always travel together from now on, to which Ash replies asking if the answer isn't obvious. Episode 40, Day 3 Blockbusters. A small parallel to episode 7, but in this episode, Serena aids Ash after he saves her from falling off a cliff, giving back her hat in the process. Ash mentions how he hopes that the camp will be useful for his goal, stating that he doesn't think anything is pointless. This inspires Serena, leading her to expressing how amazing she thinks Ash is, becoming embarrassed after he questions her. Serena then confesses to him that she is worried about what her goal is, but Ash reassures her that she'll be able to find it in due course alongside her Pokemon Fennekin. Episode 59, Under the Pledging Tree. In this episode, Serena is left with Ash and assumes they're on a date, beginning to blush and nervously twitch as she's unsure if she should even hold his hand. There's a variety of nice moments in this episode where Serena blushes with both characters having fun. However, the key moment is when Ash gives Serena the blue ribbon. After winning the ribbon, Ash gives it to Serena as a token of his gratitude, showing appreciation for how she has always helped him. Ash gets nervous in this moment, but Serena blushes and happily accepts it, holding it close to her heart. Episode 60, A Showcase Debut. After losing her first showcase, Serena begins to cry uncontrollably about the events that took place. She then reflects and decides to cut her hair as an act of a new leaf. After reuniting with the gang the next day, she reveals her new haircut and outfit, to which Ash compliments her on this. Serena also wears the ribbon Ash gave her, and she ends up blushing after seeing his reaction. Episode 105, Party Dancecapades. After being invited to the dance party, Serena begins to blush and think that she'll be able to finally dance with Ash. Unfortunately, this doesn't end up happening, as she ends up being paired with Clemon. However, later on in the rotation dance segment, there is a small moment where both Ash and Serena were both going to dance together. Serena begins to blush and her eyes glimmer heavily as she closes her hands towards Ash's, but again, this unfortunately didn't happen due to the music stopping. Episode 113, performing a pathway to the future. Backstage, Palamo tells Serena to withdraw from the finals, to which Serena recites Ash's words of not giving up until it's over, showing how impactful his words have left on her alongside the development she has grasped up to this point in the series. Later that evening, Serena is contemplating about her future alongside her next showcase performance, and Ash reiterates that nothing you can do can be pointless, and that even if you fail, you'll still be left with something. And these are words that Serena appreciates and keeps close to her heart. Episode 115, Battling at Full Volume. In this episode, Ash gets a cold after being drenched by water. Ash then leaves the tent and grabs onto Serena, to which she blushes, and it almost seems that Ash was going to say the words "I love you," but due to his illness, he states the words "I" and tell Pikachu. This is a pretty big moment for Amourshipers due to how Serena was expecting the graceful words to finally come out of Ash's mouth, especially after the suspense and build up that Serena anticipated. Episode 121. Seeing the forest for the trees. Ash is in the forest upset after his defeat against Wulfric. During this time, Serena goes to find Ash and remotivate him, recalling how he helped her when she was sad and trying to find her goal. Ash ends up dismissing the kind gestures and tells her to leave him alone. Upset by this, Serena throws a snowball at him, saying that the Ash she knew isn't like this, and he's someone who is strong, courageous, and doesn't give up till the end. The end result leads to Ash apologizing and thanking Serena for the wake-up call, leaving her feeling relieved and happy. Episode 138. The first day of the rest of our life. A big episode that showcases Ash and Serena spending time together, with Ash grabbing Serena's hand and insinuating that they do so. After their battle, Ash compliments Serena's bond with her Pokemon, reassuring her that he will always be there to support her no matter what choice she makes. This leads to Serena deciding to go to Hoenn for her next adventure. Episode 140, Till We Can Be Again. From start to end, Amourshipping was shown to excel in this episode, but of course, we know what truly made it pop off, and that was Serena thanking Ash for everything. Serena made a promise that once she meets Ash again, she would develop more, and before saying the final goodbye, she kisses him. But I'll elaborate on that later. This was the moment that solidified some form of canon confirmation of Amourshipping. Episode 105 of Pokémon Journeys. Reuniting for the first time. This is where we get to see Serena again in the Pokémon anime after 6 years since her last appearance. And upon meeting Chloe, she reiterates the words of Ash being even if you fail, you'll still be left with something, motivating Chloe to not give up. After reuniting at the dock, Ash and Serena reaffirm their goals to one another, sharing a moment of care before going their separate ways again. Okay, cool, let's talk about it. Yes, the kissing scene. Serena! Alright, calm down fella. So in episode 140, we got to see Serena leave the GAN and reaffirm her new goal ahead. She said that next time she'll meet Ash, she'll be a much more developed woman. And before she left, she ran back up the escalators and kissed him. And we know for a fact she kissed him because, well, look at the reactions from Clement and Bonnie. Oh wait, no, she just kissed him on the nose or forehead. Like, come on, give me a break, man. Now, why did Serena do this? Well, it circles back to the concept of Amourshipping and the fact Serena really liked Ash. Ever since she met him from day one, she was mesmerized. And during all her adventures, her love for Ash developed even more. So the kiss was like the final token of her love for him, and also her way of saying thank you for teaching her so much along the way. But what if Ash liked Serena in the exact same manner? And this is where we start to ask the question of what if the events of Amourshipping became fully canon. Throughout the Pokemon anime, there's numerous ships that ended up becoming canon or semi-canonical later on down the line. The most common examples are eternal honeymoon shipping with Kukui and Burnett, and Fleur de Grande shipping between Violet and Grant. We can even throw rocket shipping and contest shipping in there to some degree. But let's say there was a timeline where Ash and Serena both liked each other in the exact same manner, and Amourshipping became canon. What events would have unfolded? Well, to begin with, I'd like to clarify that should Amourshipping have become canon in the same timeline universe as the Pokemon anime, then Ash and Serena would have definitely aged. With both of them aging, this would have allowed them both to develop more, learn new things, and also experience life as a couple. As they progress into their adulthood, this is where we get to see them maybe adventure together more often, or maybe take a break away to focus on their own personal goals. But there'll still be an item though. If Ash wanted to continue his quest of becoming a Pokemon Master and still compete in the relevant leagues, then Serena could have joined him along the way. Or maybe he still would have just continued on his own and then met up with her back later on. I think continuing on his own would have been fine, because this would have allowed Serena to continue with her own journey of becoming a top performer and now said coordinator. She then would have later reunited with Ash just like she did in Pokemon Journeys. There's loads of possibilities when it comes to this concept, but the big topic I want to discuss is what if Ash Ketchum and Serena actually got married in the Pokemon anime? Let's face it, marriage isn't something that's common in the Pokemon anime. However, there is one big example of this occurring. The biggest example of this is with Kukui and Burnett, and I'm sure we can all see the true inspiration behind this video and thumbnail. As you can tell from the thumbnail design, I tried to replicate a similar image of where Kukui and Burnett got married in Alola, adding small details with Ash having a Pikachu tail pin on his blazer, and Serena having a blue bow, similar to the ribbon that she got gifted from Ash. Maybe the marriage could either be held in Kanto, Kalos, or even the Alola region. So let's say everything is all good in the hood. Ash and Serena's relationship is blossoming, and then boom, Ash pops the question, What happens next? Well, here's what I assume would happen. After becoming a married couple, I would have assumed that Ash and Serena would still continue forward with their goals, Ash wanting to become a Pokemon Master, and Serena aiming to become a top performer. Alternatively, maybe they could have had children, and still lived a happy normal life, away from all of the action and just in peace. It could be that maybe they have both a boy and girl, who then follow their own footsteps aiming to be just like their parents. It's always tricky when it comes to articulating possibilities about a couple being married, but you never know what could arise. These are just some of my random thoughts that I would like to see happen. Huge thank you to my friend Goku for designing the art of the thumbnail used for this video. Be sure to support Goku as he's one of the greatest artists in the Pokemon community. With Ash now gone from the Pokemon anime, it's evident to say that the possibility of him and Serena marrying will not happen, but it's still fun to discuss how this possible scenario could have unfolded. But why not let me know what you guys think about Amourshipping in the comment section down below. If you guys would like to interact with me, then be sure to follow me on Twitter and join the ThePokéRaf Discord server to discuss all things Pokemon. You can find the rest of my social networks on the screen and in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to leave it a like, as your support is greatly appreciated. Don't forget to share the video with your friends. Finally, make sure to subscribe to keep up to date with my videos and click on the little bell to enable notifications so you guys get notified when I upload a new video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and be sure to stick around for more Pokemon content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.